You may have seen the campaign ads about Maryland U.S. Senate candidate Angela Alsobrooks owing back taxes on a house she owned in the district. Well, 7 News was the first to obtain her property tax records and discovered that she owes $18,000 in back taxes.
Investigator Scott Taylor continues to break new ground on this story and joins us now on the final bill. So Alsobrooks needs to pay it off, and if she's getting any breaks from the district.
Yeah, that's right. She got a break on her property taxes for 13 years, a homestead exemption, and a senior disabled deduction. In total, with back taxes, penalties, and interest, it works out to tens of thousands of dollars, and she's now getting a deal. No penalties and a 25% reduction in interest. The 7 News I-team learned last week that U.S. Senate candidate Angela Alsobrooks owes more than $18,000 in unpaid property tax for a home she used to own in the district. We got that number from the property tax bills 7 News obtained. The 18 grand is from 2 tax exemptions she didn't qualify for because she never lived at the house, a homestead exemption and a senior disability exemption. Those 2 exemptions were on the property when her grandparents owned it. They deeded it over to Alsobrooks' mother, who gave it to Alsobrooks in 2003. The exemptions remained on the property until Alsobrooks sold it in 2018. We just obtained Alsobrooks' final bill, more than $47,000. How did the tax office get to that amount? It said she made an error in 2003 and it agreed to Alsobrooks' request to waive a 10% penalty, which is outlined in D.C. Code, and forgave 25% of accrued interest on her bill. 7 News asked Larry Gray, a certified public accountant and a member of the National Association of Taxpayers, if tossing out a penalty is normal.
If I'm representing somebody, I come in and say, hey, we're going to pay this in full. The first thing they throw out is generally the penalty. That's very normal to do.
The district gave multiple reasons for giving Alsobrooks 2 breaks on her unpaid taxes. D.C.'s tax office says in light of the considerable time that has passed since the error was made, and at the request of Ms. Alsobrooks, we abated the penalty and 25% of the accrued interest. Gray says the key to any reduction in unpaid property tax is making a deal.
But I think the big thing about it, we're not involved in that conversation. And if I was doing this representation, I might have been sitting there asking for a 50 or 75% discount, and maybe it was a negotiate. That's the part we don't know.
Well, we believe Alsobrooks has until the end of the month to pay back the $47,000, maybe a payment plan after that. We reached out to her campaign today. So far, no response. For the I-team, Scott Taylor, 7 News.
Thank you, Scott. Alsobrooks' opponent for the U.S. Senate seat, Larry Hogan, did comment on her back taxes, telling 7 News. Angela Alsobrooks has once again shown us that she believes there's one set of rules for her and another for everyone else. Instead of taking responsibility and paying her tax debt in full, she sought special treatment. John?